kind of hard to see this, but I want to show you what we're going to make today. We're going to do something different. We're going to make a grapevine inspired Easter wreath with some removable picks of these little eggs that I just found adorable. And then this is just a cute little like stuffed animal with a hard base, and I'm going to show you how you can make that and put that inside your wreath. And then when you're done with Easter, you could just simply remove these and put some flowers in. So I hope that you enjoy this, and I'm excited to share it with you. Let's get started. Okay, so to make this really cute, adorable kind of rustic Easter wreath with my buffalo check love. You guys know that I have this thing with buffalo check. I'm going to start with an oval wreath form. I do believe I got this from Joann's, but you can find this probably at any type of local craft store. And I just like to go through and I will cut off any kind of wayward pieces here so that it's not too wild. So I know this isn't like the normal kind of wreath that I normally teach you guys to do, but it's nice to learn new things, right? So I just hope that you enjoy this video, and I'm excited about it because I think this one is going on my front door. So we will see about that one. So I'm going to start with the base, and first thing first, I'm going to work with the greenery that I want to work with. So I'm going to show you this little melting pot, and so I have one of these in my Amazon affiliate shop link, but it is, I believe it's black and it's more square. I couldn't find this exact pot, but the premise is still there. So all you do is you put your glue stick and you push down on that glue stick and the glue pushes out. So what I want to do is I just want to kind of sporadically put some greenery all the way around this wreath. So all I have to do is just dip it in and then stick it into the wreath. So this is kind of fun to me because I'm like, all right, I don't normally do this sort of thing. And it's just like getting to play around in the craft supply room. So I thought this would be so cute to just kind of do. So this is just some greenery I got it at Hobby Lobby. It's in, they have that section where it's just, greens and ferns and all sorts of branches. So that's where I got it. So we're just going to keep going around here. And we're going to put a big bow at the top of this. So we're going to kind of leave that spot open a little bit. So I've got that much. So now I'm going to go find some more and come back and show you what we're going to do next. Okay, so this is the next branch I'm using. It's normally $11.99, and it kind of reminds me of carrots, like what's on top of a carrot. So I'm just going to cut, it's $11.99, but you can get it when it's half off. So that's my point. So we're just going to go through and I'm just going to add it throughout this wreath. And this is a lot bigger of a stem. So I'm going to just try to go underneath some of what I just previously put on. And I do have another bunch of this one. And this was normally $6.99 a bunch, but again, get it half off. So, but if you have some stuff that you already have, by all means use that. And just, this is kind of one of those things where you just can't get this wrong. Does that make sense? This is just like, use your creativity, put it together, and you're just going to have fun with it. So I'm just going to keep making stems here, and I'm just going to go all the way through this wreath. And then we'll see if we need to fill in with some more greenery. Just find wherever you have a spot. And you could also use some zip ties or Chanel stems if you wanted to use that to kind of get in to the frame itself. I have 3 more spots here. Do this. And I like the shape of this wreath because it's just something a little different. And again, this is not going to be a time-consuming wreath. And I like that too. I like to be able to make something. Let's push some more glue into our pot. All right. So I'm kind of feeling like we need some here. So I'm gonna like take off a few pieces of greenery and just kind of dip it in there. And then add these on the other side to kind of balance it out. Put one there. And you're gonna have glue, okay? You're just gonna bring it out at the end. So let's do this one right here. Okay, so I like how this is going. As you can see, I kind of have an empty spot here, and I still have like an empty spot up there. So I want to kind of fill in a little bit here. So I'm going to take that second branches here, and I'm just going to cut them really quick. I have my other branches cut. So I want to kind of start filling in this bottom section here a little bit more. And then we'll fill in a little bit up there. We're going to add some really cute eggs as well that I think that will be just adorable. So I'm going to kind of make this one kind of come down a little bit. Let's like push these up. Maybe cut a stem and kind of go into it right there. There we go. Yeah, because we're going to put a bunny right here. Okay. Let's see, let's put something right here. And I just love this pot because it kind of makes it makes the process go faster, is my point. And honestly, if you just wanted to do a round wreath and just put greenery in it and call it a day and get that like farmhouse look, go for it. I think it would be so pretty. Okay, so there we go. So hold on, we'll be right back. Okay, so let's talk about, we're gonna set this to the side and let's talk about our embellishments. I got this bag of really cute buffalo check eggs and the natural eggs and a burlap eggs. And I wanted to work this throughout this wreath. I just thought this was adorable. And again, I have a thing for buffalo checks. So what I wanna do is I want to be able to put these on my wreath. So I'm just gonna poke a hole in the back of it. And then I'm just going to take my wire, and I probably can cut this wire. I'm going to poke it through there, and I'm just going to take my glue gun and put a little bit of glue, and I'm just going to let that dry. Okay, so that then I can connect it to the frame. So I'm going to cut this wire in half. And then, so we're just going to let that dry. Let's do that again. You're just going to take your egg, and I have another project that I want to do that I'm going to show you how to make a little egg bouquet. And right now I'm going to just show you how I'm going to do the back of the egg and not the bottom of the egg. Let's see here. Going to poke that wire down in there, and then we're going to put some glue over top and just let that dry. So I'm going to do these to all of my eggs, and then we will come back and work on the bunny that's going in this room. Okay, so this is the bunny that I'm going to use. I got this at Hobby Lobby, but I just thought it was adorable, and I just thought this is what I thought would look really good with these little eggs. I also had found this little guy, and I almost went with him, but I decided not to, just because it's not quite, oh, it's almost the same, but I just kind of felt like this look I was going for more than this look. So let's figure out how we're going to put this bunny in. And I just dropped the other bunny on the floor. Oh well. Okay, so I'm going to cut the little tag here off, and I'm going to try to be really careful to cut too much of that burlap. And then you got to decide, do you want the tail showing or do you want the bow showing? Well, I'm really partial to having the tail. So what I want to do is I am just going to kind of cut this off. I'm going to just trim it. All right, but I still want a little bit of a bow of some sort. So I thought I would just take some of this twine that I have, and I'm just going to cut a piece. And I'm just going to make a simple little bow around the side of his neck. So I think I cut that a little too much. Okay, so we're just going to make a little bow, nothing fancy. Gonna make a little knot there, and that way just can have a little bit of something in there. Okay, let me just cut off the strings there. And I think that's cute. Okay, so how do we get this to stand? This is like more of a stuffed animal feel to it, but it has a hard bottom. So what I want to do is I'm just going to take some wire and I'm going to just go right through the bottom, both sides of that one little foot there. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. So you're not really going to see it. So when I put it over here, I want to put it down in the center of my wreath. And I'm just going to run the wires through that grapevine. Find the other side here. Where'd you go? There we go. All right. So you're just gonna tie it on the back here. I'm just twisting it. And then I'm not tying it too much because I wanna make sure we get this nice and straight. Okay. I want it to sit just right. I think that's just about right there. And then when he's up against the door, he can even lean up against the door a little bit. All right. You can kind of push him down a little bit too if you wanted to. So you could even take your thing. I'm going to take it and I'm going to go right up through him here. And I'm going to go through it and then come right back down. All right, come on. Just to kind of anchor him some more. And then I'm going to twist that and I'm going to stick that back into the frame, or to the frame, the Grapevine wreath. You can tell I'm not used to making wreaths like this, okay? And then I'm going to just do the same thing with this side. I'm going to go right through him a little bit more, kind of give him a little bit more support. Come on, there we go. And just tie it off. Okay, so now that we have our little bunny rabbit guy there, now we're just going to go through the frame of this grapevine and just stick our little eggs wherever we want. I just take it and I'm going to run the wire back up, and it's that easy. So there's no like gluing it down to a certain point. We're just gonna, there's not any rhyme or reason with this either. I'm just gonna kind of put them sporadically through it, and then I will be right back. All right, so let's make our bow. So I'm gonna take some ribbon I got most of it as a clearance section in January, I believe, from Walmart. So I'm just gonna take this ribbon and we're gonna use it. We're gonna kind of just layer it. So I'm just gonna take my 3-inch ribbon. I'm gonna make one loop, and you're gonna have a tail, okay? And then you're gonna make another loop, and you're gonna have another tail. We will work on the tails at the end. So I'm just gonna cut this off, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a chip clip. All right, you know how you get these at Dollar Tree, and I'm just gonna hold it just like that. All right, so I'm gonna take the white ribbon that I have, and we're gonna do it a slightly smaller than this, the loops on the first one. We're just gonna make a loop with a tail, okay? And then we're gonna gather it, and then we're just gonna make another loop. Now this is 2.5 inch. So I just wanna try to make these loops about the same. That's about right. So I'm gonna cut that tail off. Just something new, something different. And I'm gonna take it, and I'm gonna move this clip. I'm gonna put this over top. And I'm gonna put the clip back on. Okay. So on this roll, it had a complimentary black ribbon, and I thought that would be really cute too. I know that's not typical Easter colors, but I like this rustic look. So here we want to go even smaller. So let's just look. That looks good. We're going to make a tail like we did before. Make another loop and make a tail. So it's going to be pretty simple. Okay. So So now I'm going to take this off and just put them all three on top of each other. Okay, and I'm going to get one of my wires here and I'm going to place it on top. All right. Just pull that. Now I'm going to look at the front of it and I'm going to play with the loops. And you can even pull some of the loops because the loops, this is all separate ribbon. So like that loop looks a little bit longer. So I'm going to pull this one in so that it looks right. So you're just going to play with it, okay? And so when you get it to the way you want, then we're just going to go ahead and we're going to cut all of our tails the direction we want them to go. So I always go usually like this, but with this one, I'm going to just do a dovetail. I'm going to fold it over, and I want it to kind of look like that. So I'm going to do that one that way. I'm going to do this one at an angle. These scissors are not the sharpest. Okay. And then I'm going to dovetail this one. So each one of them are going to be a little different. Okay. So I'm going to do the same on the other side. So there you got your bow. So what am I going to do? I want to do just a little bit of something there. And I'm going to take my twine that we used for the little bow neck, or the neck bow or bow tie, I don't know what you want to call it. And I'm just going to wrap it around that middle section. Oops, got to get on the right side of that wire. And then I'll just tie it at the end on the back. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. I think that is going to be a cute little accent for our bow. And then all you're going to do is just tie a knot. Okay, so now you're going to see that I've added all of my little eggs. And I like the fact that you can kind of, you know, because these aren't glued down to the wreath itself, you could like take it out and move it around. So I kind of like that method of being able to put that wire in and kind of make a stick or a pick style. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this, and at the top, I'm going to go through the Grapevine Wreath. This would be cute if you had like a nice Easter sign, if you wanted to use that instead of the little bunny that I used, but I think this is going to be really cute. So I'm just going to take it and wrap it around and just make sure that when you hang it, that none of those wires are going to be showing through the wreath, so you don't want to scratch up your door. So I hope you enjoyed that. I think that's really super cute. It's kind of hard to get a really good viewpoint for you, but I hope that you enjoyed. This is a little different for me. I don't usually make wreaths like this. Let me make sure you can see it. But if you like this video, number one, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. That encourages me to make more videos for you, and make sure you hit that notification bell to get notified when I do post. Secondly, if you are on Facebook or Instagram, please follow me. The links are in the description box below. I would love to have you come and see what we're doing on other forms of social media. And lastly, if you like to create, if you like to craft, if you like just to look at pretty things, make sure to join my wreath group called Wreath Creators and More. And again, that's in the box description below. So I hope you like this little Buffalo Plaid inspired Easter wreath, and you know what you could do with this, because none of this is glued down. When this is all done for Easter, you could just simply take out your bunny for next year, take out your little picks that we made with the eggs, and then simply maybe add more greenery or some flowers, and then you have a summer wreath as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. We will see you next time on Julie's Wreath Boutique.